Hello everyone, my name is Nick, and I'm excited to show you the work I've made on my vocabulary learning app, Forward. I will discuss my research both reviewing similar apps and some user questionnaires before I break down my approach and process creating a model of my proposed app. Finding vocabulary apps is easy, but engaging with them each had their pros and cons. The first one I found right away is called, very unsurprisingly, Vocabulary. It has a very appealing minimal design, but it is a bit simple. It lacked motivation to learn new words and was passive about doing so. The second app here was a reskin of the first app, nearly feature for feature. It was in bolder colors and had some customization abilities, but once again lacked helpful learning encouragement. This third app that I trialed, called Word of the Day, was much more involved, and even though you were only given one new word each day, it incorporated a lot more learning than either of the first two apps, allowing for more exploration of word concepts and quizzing on those words as you continue to use the app. After getting a good grasp on what was out there, I conducted a few surveys with friends to get a better idea what others might look for in an app for learning words. While none of my interviewees were actively looking for learning software, each had helpful information that I would later rely on. One of the recurring themes I found when asking folks about their learning journeys was that each user needed a context to learn new things from. Whether it was a specific school or work topic or simply a personally relevant one, these users led me to one of the biggest insights I had when developing Forward: context is key. This really was an excellent breakthrough that led to most of my design choices. Learning in unique topics and creating practical value were the most important parts of the interviews that led both to my user persona and shaped how I approached the project. This is Eli, a user persona that I created in order to refine the needs over the course of the project. He's a queer professional living in the greater Boston area. Eli is a white 25 to 35-year-old cis man with a master's degree in engineering. Eli lives with his partner and works full-time in Boston. I envisioned a potential use case that Eli wants to study a topic for work with some new terminology. By learning the terms, he will impress his boss and their client, giving Eli a tangible goal that Forward could guide him towards. My research led me to these three insights about how previous apps had failed users. They lacked context, needed an element of gameplay to entice users to learn, and they needed to be simple to learn and use. I want to go over my thought process before we delve into the design. Originally, I saw the gamification like Candy Crush or a similar exploratory game where users would travel along a path, learning words at each step along the way. This too was the primary reason I originally called the project Forward, an allusion to how learning would be a journey. A journey would be an easy way to visualize and straightforward way to gamify the app while also showing users their progress. While I really liked this idea, it was eventually scrapped as being overly complicated to develop with my current set of skills. This would eventually lead to my railroad version of the app, but I'll discuss that in a moment. Another aspect of user experience design that I strongly believe in is a concept known as the thumb zone, the area easiest to access to users when holding their phone in one hand. Common apps like Facebook and Instagram use this to guide users to the areas they want you to visit, as well as make the app's features within easy reach. This design concept led to the menu wheel fitting in the corner of the app. Since it would be always accessible, the app would be intuitive to control without the need for multiple pages to get from one area to the next. I used a mixture of hand drawing the wireframes as well as using Canva to test out ideas. Home base for all of these was the compass wheel menu button. The prototype fit my original idea for the app and integrated both an incredibly simple layout plus my first ideas for the contextual-based learning that eventually became known as destinations. Destinations would be groups of words in a similar topic that users could learn piecemeal. The future idea would mean implementing many different destination packs, each a way to learn a set topic and building upon the terminology of previous lessons. Thankfully, the user tests went well. They all found their way around the app and found it intuitive. Their feedback leads me to new ways to improve the experience in three ways. The design process is all about the circular process of iterating and testing. In the future, I would like to develop the app with these three improvements in mind. Number 1. Developed better explanations for destinations. This is a pinnacle of the app's experience, and users should understand this right away, as well as how they will interact with them, whether they be downloading, adding their own, or other potential ways. Number 2, create an example of a full lesson. Each stop should have a set of 4 to 5 words that build upon previous lessons and provide context through examples, and perhaps reading or video of the words being used. I need to develop a full example of such a process that the user would go through. Number 3, Fixed subtle edits. Coming back through my work on wireframes and on Figma, there are many small changes that could make big impacts on the accessibility of the app and on making the app behave properly for test users. Thank you so much for spending your time learning about Forward. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of my process and how my design process works. If you're not a member of the Career Foundry community, thanks for watching as well. Let me know if you have any questions you might have, or if you'd like to pursue this application with me. Have an excellent day and happy learning.